I haven't had this feeling in a long time. It's the kind of feeling that you only truly experience in dreams. Or maybe when life feels like a dream. It's not really a bad feeling, but it's really not a good feeling. Maybe we should stop thinking about feelings on a linear scale from good to bad. Maybe some feelings are green, or smelly, or spicy, or imaginary. The feeling dreams like this. But see, even the act of putting the feeling to words doesn't do it justice, because the main point of the feeling is silence. And don't start sympathizing with me now, because the moment you try to say anything after I say the word silence, you have ruined your chances at understanding this feeling. I don't even need you to understand me. To do that would take a lot more time than I'm willing to ask of you. But to understand this, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to wait until I'm finished. When I say large, I want you to realize that I mean in relation to you. Not like a large apple or a large chair. But if you were to imagine something that was purely large in your eyes, that's what I mean. Now when I say tiny, I mean you. You are tiny. Tiny is you. This is not an innuendo. This is a feeling. Please. Large is shouting at tiny. In my version, large is an amorphous blob with teeth and no eyes, and tiny is a worm so skinny you could never tell what color I am, and yet I know that I am pink. That's not really relevant. The important part is that large is shouting at tiny, and yet silence. There is one more element to the feeling, and that's movement. Tiny is moving so imperceptibly and piteously slow, and yet you're moving. Moving, while large is shouting, silently moving. That's the feeling. And do you want to know what the punchline is? The moral of the story, the denouement, if you will? Large is also you. I can't think of anything more eerily beautiful in such a metaphorical, metaphysical, and metaphilosophical way than that. You are the shouting and the shouted. You can do all the bullshit psychoanalysis you want to about large having teeth and no eyes. I don't really care what you come up with. To me, being able to realize in a totally non-schizophrenic way that the voices in your head are you is just so liberating. The fact that you can control what influences you listen to. Is it that simple? No. And I'm sorry. But sometimes it's nice to think about feelings.